up, you guys? Gold Pony here today in the all-new 2018 Mazda 6, courtesy of Faulkner Mazda in Harrisburg, PA. Super excited for this one because it has been completely refreshed for 2018. So as always, you guys, let's start with pricing. And so to start, there are several different trim levels for the 2018 Mazda 6. First one being the Sport, that is going to start at $23,000 even. Then you have the Touring for $25,700. Grand Touring starts at $29,200. Grand Touring Reserve starts at $31,700. And lastly, a new trim for 2018 that is labeled the Signature, and the one I have today, that one is going to start at $34,750. But so then when it comes to the power plant, there are actually two different engine setups available for this one. First one being the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. That engine setup is going to come with the Sport and Touring trim levels, but that one is going to put out 187 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 186 pound-feet of torque available at 4,000 RPM. Power is going to be sent to the front wheels for either engine setup that you go with, and on this one you can get a 6-speed manual if you go with this Sport trim level only. That is the only trim level that one is available for, but for every other trim level, this one will be paired up with the 6-speed automatic. And for that first engine setup, MPG numbers come in at 26 city, 35 on the highway. So then, like I said, there is one other engine setup available for the new Mazda 6, and this engine setup is going to come standard with the Grand Touring trim level and up, but that one is going to be a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That one puts out 227 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 250 pound-feet of torque available at 5,000 RPM again. Once again, power is going to be sent to the front wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission, and MPG numbers come in at 23 in the city, 31 on the highway. And so the next thing I wanted to mention is there is a Sport button located just to the left of the shifter, but that Sport button, that is going to adjust things like the throttle response and the shift points. And I did just drop it in that Sport mode, and it is definitely holding the RPMs for much longer before it shifts, so that of course is going to give you more power on demand when you need it. But so then again, since I have it in Sport mode, let's do a quick little acceleration, nothing too crazy, but let's just see how quickly we can get this turbocharged 4-cylinder here up to speed. Oh my goodness, this thing was definitely spinning. It is raining today in Harrisburg, so unfortunately it's not going to get the best traction in the rain when you're hitting the gas like I just did, but you can still definitely tell it was pulling as hard as it could, and I'm sure if it was a warm day without the rain, this one would have accelerated just fine. And to go along with that 6-speed automatic transmission, this one will come with paddle shifters actually as well, and to put it in full manual shift mode, you're going to simply want to slide the shifter all the way to the back and to the left, and that is how the Mazda 6 is going to give you full control over the shifting. But so then to go along with that acceleration, braking is equally important. And so up front there are 11.7-inch ventilated front discs. In the back, 10.9-inch solid rear discs. And as far as the steering feel goes, as I am carving through these back roads here, steering feel is definitely on point. And Mazda is of course known for having a nice steering feel. Definitely is handling these back roads of Harrisburg very well. And by the way, when it comes to the suspension setup on the Mazda 6, you do get a McPherson strut front suspension with the stabilizer bar. In the back, a multi-link rear suspension again with the stabilizer bar. And as far as the road noise, I will say it's probably a little louder than its competitors, but still definitely manageable. Not anything you need to worry about there. And when it comes to visibility, I can see perfectly fine out the back, and typically with sedans you're not going to have any issues there anyways. But enough of the driving dynamics, you guys. Let's check out the exterior of the all-new, completely refreshed 2018 Mazda 6. And so to start, up front, again, there is a revised front grille for 2018. Previously, last year, you would have those chrome horizontal bars in that front grille, but new for 2018, you have more of a Mercedes-Benz diamond block front grille kind of style with a chrome surround. Definitely a more high-end look to it up there, and so I am definitely a fan up front there. To the sides, LED headlights with auto leveling, and that actually comes standard for every single trim level for the 2018 Mazda 6, so thank you Mazda for doing that. That's amazing. Also, LED daytime running lights come standard. You do get an automatic feature with the headlights, meaning when it starts to get dark out, they will turn on automatically for you there. And if you go with the Grand Touring trim level and up, you are going to get an adaptive front lighting system as well, meaning when you're going around the bend at night, these front lights are going to adjust based on the steering angle, better illuminating what's around the bend so you don't go hitting any squirrels or deer or chipmunks or anything like that. Also with that Grand Touring trim level and up, you're going to get LED fog lights as well as LED grille accent lighting. That's pretty pretty unique and definitely is going to make this one stand out even more, so huge fan of that. Also, I did want to mention on the headlight setup is the housings are going to differ ever so slightly. If you go with the Grand Touring Reserve trim level and up, you are actually going to get a little less amber color in those front headlights, which in my opinion is a good thing. I know it's required by law here in the US, but the less amber you have in those headlights, the better looking any vehicle is definitely going to be. But so then making your way to the side, there are body colored power adjustable side mirrors with integrated turn signals for every single trim level. All trims will also get chrome window surrounds, and looking down at the wheel setup, the Sport is going to give you 17 by 7.5 inch aluminum alloys. Touring trim level and up, all of those trims are going to bump the wheel size up to 19 inches, and they are also going to be aluminum alloy wheels there. And so then making our way to the back, the 2018 Mazda 6 does come standard with LED taillights for all trim levels as well. Also, there's an integrated rear window antenna back there and dual exhaust outlets with chrome tips for every single trim level. So as always, you guys, here is that exhaust clip. Now, since we are around back, to pop that rear trunk, there actually is a button on the key fob, so simply press that if you like. And once opened up, cargo capacity is going to come in at 14.7 cubic feet. And in case that was not quite enough space for you, those rear seats do fold down. There is a 60-40 split, allowing for a ton of extra space if you needed it there. Make your way to the rear seats. Rear legroom comes in at 38.7 inches, so for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have back there. Also, there is a rear center armrest with cup holders back there for every single trim level, as well as rear ventilation if the passengers look forward there. Then make your way to the front seats. You do get manually adjustable cloth seats for the Sport trim level. If you go with the Touring or Grand Touring, you get a power adjustable driver's seat. They do come with a leatherette finish, and they will be heated up front as well. And if you go with the Grand Touring Reserve, you get power adjustable driver and passenger seats with the leather finish. Both of them will come heated and ventilated. And lastly, the signature trim that you're looking at right now, they're going to be finished in a fine Napa leather with memory settings. And with that signature trim, I should also mention you will get heated rear seats for the passengers as well. That's always nice. But so then looking forward, there is a tilt and telescoping steering wheel for every single trim level. It does come leather wrapped again for all trims. And if you go with the signature trim, you will get a heated steering wheel with unique stitching on this one as well. Then when it comes to the startup, let me start by showing you guys the key here. You do have lock, unlock, that button to pop the rear hatch, but it is actually all keyless entry. So you could simply just put your foot on the brake and press that engine start button, which is located just to the left of the tech display up there. And so then once started up, there actually is a digital display for the speedometer front and center. Tachometer is on your left, fuel gauge is on your right. But so within that front center digital display, it's going to display a picture of the Mazda 6. It's going to have some safety features up there, as well as if you put it in sport mode, that's where it's going to be displayed as well. And that center digital display, however, is going to be specific to the signature trim level. Signature trim is also going to give you a head-up display that I'm looking at right now, illuminating my current speed as well as any given speed limit for any road. That's going to be displayed up on the windshield so I can better help keep my eyes on the road there. Making your way to overall interior quality, there is an electronic parking brake for every single trim level. The Touring trim level and up is going to give you dual zone climate control. Touring trim and up again is going to give you a power sunroof, letting in a little extra light for this video. And the signature trim is going to add Senwood trim accents on the doors and the dash, as well as suede door and dash trim accents. That was the first thing I noticed when I got in this one. Loving the suede accents throughout this one. Also with that signature, you will get a black headliner as well as aluminum trim accents. So overall, this is an extremely nice finish for the new Mazda 6. Definitely capable of competing with other luxury vehicles as far as fit and finish goes. So I am very impressed there. But front and center is going to be the 8-inch color touchscreen display. That is standard for every single trim level, you guys. That's going to come with Bluetooth and audio streaming as well as Pandora radio integration. However, the one thing you will not find on that tech display though is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, unfortunately. So that's not there again, but you still have the Pandora integration, so that's always nice. Also, there is a factory navigation system that this one is going to give you for the Grand Touring trim level and up, and you can adjust your radio settings up there. When it comes to the sound system, Sport and Touring trims are going to give you a 6-speaker sound system, and that Grand Touring trim level and up is going to give you an 11-speaker Bose Centerpoint 2 surround sound system. So that's the one I have today, of course. So let's turn on the radio and test out the clarity of that one. Wow, ton of bass on this one. Super impressed. I've had Bose sound systems in my cars before, never had a problem with them. definitely crystal clear in the surround sound system as well, so super excited for that sound system at least on the new Mazda 6. But so then last thing I wanted to mention on the tech display at least is when you do put this one in reverse, you will have a reverse camera for every single trim level, letting you know who or what is behind you, which is always going to lead me into safety. And so to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags. Also in the back, there is latch, aka lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear car seats. You will also get hill start assist along with dynamic stability control with traction control. Also, I did want to mention this one was rated 5 out of 5 stars from NHTSA, and the 2017 Mazda 6 got a top safety pick plus rating from IIHS. They haven't rated the 2018 at the time of this video yet though. Also, all trim levels for 2018 will get blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert and smart city brake support as well. And the touring trim level is going to add collision warning, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control with stop and go. And lastly, the signature trim level is going to add up on that tech display, a 360-degree view monitor. And so, but anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold. As I am going through a tunnel, this is pretty crazy. I don't know where I am. Nice road. Holy moly.